What's up YouTube, this is CK and I'm back with yet another video. Today's video is going to be the top 5 moments from Tyler the Creator in 2017, so let's get right into it. Number 5 is going to be Tyler performing at Stephen Colbert's show and on Jimmy Fallon. Being able to perform on 2 Tonight shows is pretty big deal in general. Personally, I don't really care for either show, but as a musician in general, getting 2 performances is pretty crazy. Stephen Colbert's also had an interview, which I thought was kind of trash, but that's just me. Number 4 is going to be him having 2 TV shows. He did have Loiter Squad at one point, as you all probably know, and then he had launched his golf media app, which had a bunch of shows and other content on it. Well, then he was able to bring one of his shows to Adult Swim with the Jellies, and then he also was able to bring Nuts and Bolts, a new show on Viceland. So 2 different places, which is also a really big deal. Both seem to be doing pretty well. I'm not too big of a fan of the Jellies anymore. I really liked it on Golf Media app. I thought all of them were really funny, but lately the ones that are on Adult Swim I didn't really care for that much, but that's just me. Nuts and Bolts I really liked. I liked everything about Nuts and Bolts, and it was cool to see all these things that he was making in that. Number 3 is Tyler being able to open a new golf store, a flagship store. Really big deal. He did have a store earlier in his career, but then it closed down. He had some temporary stores as well, but this one is supposed to be there for good, and I'm assuming it'll be there forever because the company is only going up from now. I think he's getting a lot more generated sales after his last album being so coveted and everything, so I'm pretty excited for that. It's a big deal having a store now, not just a website. That's really big, especially in Los Angeles. Number 2, how could you leave this off the list? The LaFleur shoes releasing. He wanted to release a pair of shoes for the longest time. It took him a while, but that granted, he was able to make some shoes he wanted to make with his logo on it to be his so-called brand, and with the golf LaFleurs. And yeah, it took a while, but still, being able to achieve this was a huge feat for him, and I know he's very happy he was able to finally do this. I personally got 2 pairs with the tan and the green, but yeah, it was a big deal, and I think everyone can agree that's a huge deal for someone that's not an athlete or for the company to have their own shoe. That's pretty crazy. And last but not least, the biggest thing, and I think we can all agree is the biggest thing, is Tyler's recent album Flower Boy being able to get to number 1 on the charts for hip-hop albums, and then being able to be nominated for a Grammy for Best Rap Album. Whether or not he wins is to be seen. I don't know personally, I'm not sure if he will win. Personally, I bought both covers. Really love the album, as usual. But this was a huge feat, being able to just reach a bigger audience in general, and just seeing other people enjoy it just as much as the hardcore fans. So yeah, really big year for Tyler. I think this is the biggest year he's had, at least financially, business-wise, and just like accolades. Can't wait to see what next year happens. I don't think he can really top it, but we can see. It's kind of impossible for him to, and I doubt he even wants to try to, because usually he releases an album every other year instead. So yeah, this is CK. Let me know what you think it was the best Tyler moment of 2017, and please hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please check out my brand Shuttle for these shirts and this hat, as well as other things on my website, and I'm out, guys.